Hello everyone, welcome back to SenthilSmartQAHub. In today's section, we are going to print a right-angled triangle star pattern in JavaScript using nested for loops. This is the right-angled triangle star pattern. In this right-angled triangle star pattern, we have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rows. Each row number of star getting increased. First row 1 star, second row 2 stars, third row 3 stars, fourth row 4 stars, fifth row 5 stars. So number of stars getting increased for each row. Now we'll write the JavaScript code for right angle triangle star pattern. Here let me create a new JS file, right angled triangle .js. Now we'll start the coding. Now we are going to set how many rows? Here 5 rows. So here I will declare let rows equal 5. Then I am going to write the for loop to run 1 to 5. How do you write the code to execute 1 to 5? Let I equal 1, then I less than or equal rows. Rows is having 5, then I plus plus. This for loop will be executed 1 to 5. Now inside the loop, I will create a empty string for each new line. I will declare the variable pattern with empty string. This is used to store the number of the star in each row. Now we are going to write it inner loop. For in this diagram we have 1 to 5 rows are present. So we have written the for loop to execute 1 to 5. Each row the stars are getting increased. So I am going to write it nested for loop to increment the star like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star like. So here I am going to take it let j equal 1, and here I'll write it j less than or equal I am going to write it, because the first time I value will be 1, then this j will be executed one time, then second time the outer for loop will be incremented, then I value will be become 2, the inner for loop will execute 2 times, like that it will be executed 5 rows. So here I'll write it next j plus plus. Here inside I'll store the star pattern variable equal pattern plus star. The each inner loop the stars are getting added, then I'll print the star here. Pattern. This is inner for loop, this is outer for loop. Outer for loop controls rows. Now this inner for loop controls how many stars appears in each row. Now let me run the program. Node, then file name is right angled triangle.js. Right angled triangle.js. We got the expected output. Let me repeat this. Outer for loop will be executed 1 to 5. Here I will declare the variable to execute the pattern for each row, and here next one, here I am increasing the inner for loop based on my outer for loop I value. If I is 1, inner loop will be executed one time. That's why here you got 1 star. If I is 2, then inner for loop will be executed 2 times. So we'll get the 2 star. If I is 3, then inner for loop will be executed 3 times. So we'll get 3 star. So likewise, it will be executed till 5 star. So that's why here we put the condition j less than or equal I. Once the inner for loop will be executed, then the pattern will be printed for each row here. Thank you.